fine. I don't need any directives. Thank you.
Supervisor!
Get off the
Supervisor!
property. Get off the
Supervisor!
property. Get off the property.
Supervisor, stop touching me! Stop touching me! I was standing on the sidewalk.
When they tell you to leave, leave.
There's a sidewalk. Mom! Mom! Mother!
The Governor Day. I'm outside of the governor's mansion over here in Jackson, Mississippi. The threat of arrest.
Yeah, you want a threat of arrest. The fuck ain't around here, man.
Do you know what the First Amendment is?
I don't give a fuck what the First
What's your
Amendment
name? What's
is.
your
What the
name?
fuck ain't around here?
What's your name and badge number?
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I got a little video here from VZ Watchdog. Seems like a few weeks ago he went ahead and he did an interview of Wichita Audits daddy live on panel. We're going to take a look at that because you'll be able to figure out why Wichita Audits is such a messed up teenager. His dad contributed heavily to the way he believes. Anyway, let's go ahead and get right into the video. It's a pretty long. I'm going to cut it down a lot because first he just talks for like a half an hour and we ain't going to watch none of that. We're going to watch when he announces that the kid's father's coming on. Now we've moved up to the part where he actually shows the guy's video, Wichita Audits, on his show, waiting for his father to show up. I've already done that video and covered it, so we're going to skip all that and wait for Dad to get there.
While I'm waiting on his dad to log into StreamYard and connect, if you guys can go over to, here we go.
And here he is using his legal name on a live podcast, making him a public figure. He did this voluntarily, so he has put his name out there. So you can derive from that, I guess, the kid's name, but the kid's a minor, so I try not to let anything out I know about him on my videos. Anyway, but this is Dad. This is a 37 or 35 or 37-year-old man, and he pushed his son into this. If you look at his Facebook page, you can tell real quick why Ian became a First Amendment auditor. He learned all the hate from his pops. And by the way, this guy was a police officer in Burkburnett, Texas up until 2007. From 1995 to 2007, from what information I can gather about his actual existence. Anyway, yes, he's a former police officer.
All right, you are live, sir.
All right.
Live. How are you doing tonight?
All right. I'm doing well. There's a little bit of a delay, so I'm going to try to work through it.
Oh, no worries, man. Hey, so I've got a couple of questions for you before we start. So how did your son get started doing this? That's my first question.
Well, it really is from my prior career. A lot of hearing the stories that I've told over the years. And then we both heard about auditing, First Amendment auditing, and just in the past few years, I didn't know anything about it at all. And somebody had told me about it, and we got to watching videos, and I said, that's something. I'm retired now, so I mean, that's something that I want to do. I've been trying to affect change in the law enforcement community since I was a police officer. So
I find it hard to believe that he retired as a police officer after 7 years. Is that even possible? I thought you had to be a cop for 20 years before you could retire. Why did you really leave the police department? And his son, if he did this a few years ago, his son would have been 12 years old when they watched the YouTube videos today, and he encouraged him that he wanted to make changes in law enforcement. So I'm thinking he pushed his son into this at a very, very young age, which is a disability on the kid right now. He just blurted out his son's name, his minor son's name, on a platform that is virtually watched around the world. Not VZ's. VZ only got 635 views on this video, on this live stream. But yeah, he just spilled the beans on his son. Very, very good. Of course, I muted it out because I don't find that appropriate.
And he's very,
yeah, that's not really anything I'm interested in, so I'm going to cut through a lot of this video because all he does is him and his old man there sit there and watch the rest of this video. I'm really BZ didn't call him out on him retiring after 7 years as a cop, because that's bullshit as far as I know. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. Anyway, let's get to something where they're just talking.
I'm just glad you have us on. But what I was saying is, when he got arrested and I got notified, I called the PD immediately and told them that I needed to talk to his supervisor. And he called me back. He called me pretty quickly, which was good. It was Sergeant Nelson for the Wichita Falls Police Department, and I explained to him that he was arrested. There was no probable cause. There was no, and he backed his play. He said no. He said he lied and gave him a false name, so he's going to jail for false ID. And so it's a problem that comes from the top, because they're backing the crooked guys too. So.
Now BZ is going to rub his belly for a minute, make him feel better, and, do all of this and that, and agree with him and tell him what tyrants all cops are and stuff like that. And we're not really interested in hearing that, so let's continue a little later down the road.
See, Wichita Falls public information request. I just don't want to put this on the screen just yet, because sometimes it automatically fills in my personal information. Sometimes I just really don't want anybody to have my info when I'm trying to put the public information request in. But I'm surprised you guys, I mean, if you guys don't know, already, I'm guessing you haven't requested. What have you requested so far from a records department?
So far, body cam
footage.
And then I wanted to wait until disposition was fully complete to just start getting everything, just kind of like doing discovery,
Now, this video was done about 4 months ago. I thought it was just a few weeks ago, but it was 4 months ago. That's when this live stream took place. Now, I'm going to check his channel, Wichita Audits channel, to see if he ever uploaded that body cam footage. Hang on, I'll be right back. Now, Wichita Audits was arrested 5 months ago here in town, and as of today, there is no body cam footage on his platform anywhere that I can find. I can't find it anywhere. So, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't exist, or it showed something that his old man is trying to say that the body cam will show everything. He didn't even get it, or he didn't upload it or something. Anyway, let's finish this off, because this is getting pretty boring.
So we're going to run the whole gamut. We're going to get the arrest affidavits, the chain of custody on his phone and his watch, because there were some discrepancies there too. Because he did the Find My Watch app within a few hours of it being taken, and because we were trying to locate it at the time, trying to convince them to release it because it was taken by with no probable cause. So in all of that hustle and bustle, we did the Find My Device app, and it showed it at some apartments clear across town from the police department. So when I confronted the sergeant about that, and then did and also started an internal affairs investigation on Daniel Wilson, and told them about that, they said they looked into that, and that no, it was always in evidence since after the arrest, and they don't know why Apple would be showing the device clear across town. So they're claiming it was a glitch. I think there was more to it. So I want a copy of the chain of custody on that as well. So, but that's about where we're at now.
And probably to no one's surprise, that never developed either. That's never been uploaded, this chain of custody that he's imagining. He doesn't upload that either. So I don't know what happened to all that information he FOIA requested, but I haven't seen any of it yet.
And again, thank you, Kansas City, for all the man, it's crazy all the donation memberships you did tonight. So I appreciate all that. And I'm sure his sub count has gone up. The last I checked, he was at 333. Someone told me he was at 660 or 360 something. And I'm looking now, and he is at 658 right now. Let me blow that up.
Oh, wow. Quick. Well done.
I mean, We've kind of made him a little bit of a rock star tonight, and
Yeah.
keep in mind, First Amendment Protection Agency hasn't even covered him. Kansas City Accountability hasn't covered him, nor all the other people that may be covering him after this live stream.
Wow.
I have a buddy by the name of Michael Eline. He's a lawyer out of Texas and in California. I told him about yours when we were on the live stream earlier, so he might be covering yours as well.
Yeah, they got all the big dogs of auditing covering him. FAFA, ignorant motherfuckers like that. They're all just heavily criminally recorded up, and they're supporting this kid, the son of an ex-police officer for unknown reasons. Yeah, he was a director for this place here in town for a while. Now I hear he's cooking somewhere. He's a cook somewhere. So yeah, he's really gone up in the world since he retired from his police officer job. This is ridiculous. Yeah, and Michael Eline, he subscribes to my channel too. Big deal. He never says anything. He just watches, I guess. I don't know why. I don't need him for anything. Anyway, that's all I'm going to cover of this clown for now. Y'all have a great day. Hope your parents were better to you than this. Anyway, love ya. Bye.